Hello, truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We are continuing our career in the International Lonestar, painted in International Orange. You are not seeing a repeat of a previous episode if you've been following the series. Yes, we do have another load of yard trucks, and we are going back from Kingman to Phoenix because, unfortunately, there just wasn't really much on the list of options available that had any decent amount of money. So we're gonna kind of do a back haul, basically, and get ourselves back into the Phoenix area and hopefully find something for the next episode that's a little bit better than what was available here. So that's what we're doing. Get ourselves out of all this traffic. It is first thing in the morning. Everybody's on the road trying to get to work. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of some curb work here. Or not. Not be able to get out of this. Alright, that was a little bit ridiculous, but we got out of it. Now I just need to get up here and make a left turn. It'd be nice if this light would change and I could just coast through. Like that. Alright, sorry, bud. Sorry, bud, but you're just an AI. You have no feelings to hurt. Alright, so anyways, we're going to get it here on the freeway. It says we have about 3.5 hours of in-game driving, which should translate into 15-ish minutes of actual time. So hopefully this will be a relatively short one. Get this load dropped off, and then next time we can get some things done. You may have noticed that the inside of the truck has changed slightly. Since we leveled up last time, we were able to upgrade a few things. Got a bigger fuel tank, got the diamond interior, and just a couple of little minor visual accessories. It would be nice if this light would change. Come on, there we go. All right, so let's get ourselves on the freeway. I hope I have enough gas to get. I hope I have gas. I hope I have enough fuel to get us all the way there. I didn't think about stopping at a gas station before we left, but for 3 hours, I think we have enough fuel. Let's see. It says 202 miles, so we should be fine. Especially since we're getting the fuel. Since we just got a fuel economy upgrade for our skill set. So ideally, we can make it, at the very least, we can make it to where we can stop off at a gas station somewhere, you know, before the drop-off, if that's what we need to do. Ideally, we can just get there and drop things off, and then I can try to, well, I don't know. I like to do fuel, I don't like to waste a bunch of time outside of the game, because, you know, I got other things to do. So if we can get a nice, easy gas station along the way, it doesn't really take that long to stop off and do that when it's like right on the side of the road there for you. But if you end up having to go find one, that can take a little while. So I'd really like to be able to just find one that's easy to grab. Maybe like a truck stop or something off the freeway. So yeah, we're definitely getting off the 40 here. Going to be back on the highways, which means that, you know, the good thing about driving on the highways is that there's generally easy gas available in a lot of situations where, you know, there's just a gas station off on the side of the road. You're already right there. You might as well just pull off and grab what you can get. So speed limit has to be dropping down here in a second. All right, here we go. So 65 on this stretch of road. But hopefully we'll find a nice gas station here pretty soon. We'll be able to stop off, fill up, grab a snack or something, get back on the road. I guess the benefit of basically retracing our steps is that you guys get to see this during the daytime instead of at night, because this load was pretty much half of the load time was during the night. Definitely finished it off in the evening. I went to the truck stop to upgrade, or went to the truck place to upgrade my equipment and stuff, and took a rest, and now we're back here in the daytime, so that's kind of nice. trying to think of things to talk about, but I don't know. I'm mostly preoccupied with the fact that we're moving out of our house here pretty soon and moving back into my travel trailer. I'm a big fan of travel trailer. I'm a big fan of, you know, living in my travel trailer because I like the idea of being able to move around at will and not have to worry about packing up and doing all this other stuff. You just, you know, you pull the slides in, make sure nothing's on the ground, and then you're out of there. So as I've gotten older, I've adopted a pretty minimalist lifestyle. If it's not something that is, you know, necessary for either daily living or, you know, I need it for specific reasons, even if it's just every once in a while. If it's just stuff that's just going to sit there and it's just taking up space, I'm trying to get rid of things. I'm not trying to hold on to a bunch of junk. So yeah, I'm just, you know, we're trying to get out of this house that we have been in for the last year and, you know, get back into our trailer and, you know, downsize everything. And it's just a lot of I don't want to say it's a lot of work because, you know, most of it's not my stuff. And the person who has to go through all of that stuff kind of has to go through all of that stuff herself because it's her stuff. I can't make those decisions for her. So, you know, a lot of stuff we have to get rid of to downsize our lives into moving into the RV, and then also just, you know, trying to figure out a way to make it so that we can actually travel while we're working. So that's, you know, that's the main part of the equation. If I had mobile income, we'd be on the road already. But, you know, just waiting for all of the pieces to align, and sometimes you just got to stick it out for a while. I wouldn't mind doing trucking as a job if I was able to get one of those sweet RV style trucks where you have a nice, like you actually have a nice little mini apartment or whatever on the back of it. I would totally be interested in doing trucking if I could do that, especially if I could like team up with my wife and we just do it together. That would be a pretty decent way to make some money. Go see the country and, you know, do that for a few years, because obviously driving a truck isn't going to be the same as, you know, traveling around in an RV. You have to keep moving, but it'll give us a chance to, you know, be on the road for a while, save up some money, things like that. But I'm not willing to do the standard over the road thing where you basically have to take showers in public spaces, and, you know, it's just, there's no bathroom easily accessible. You know, I'm the kind of person, I need to be able to use the bathroom when I need to be able to use the bathroom, and I'm not okay with having to wait until we find some facilities or anything like that. So being able to pull over on the side of the road if I need to go to the bathroom is a necessity for me. And, you know, just I want to be able to have a space where we're able to make and store food and take showers and be hygienic and all of that stuff. I have the kind of skin where I can't go a day without showering. It becomes painfully itchy if I don't take a shower every single day. So, you know, a lot of these truck drivers end up having to wait a few days to be able to take a shower, and it's like, nope, that's not feasible for me. That's not happening. So it's a lot of reasons why I couldn't do it. But if I was able to get one of those, you know, specialized RV style trucks, then it becomes much more feasible. And I like driving, so, you know, I wouldn't mind sitting there all day doing it. Just need the right environment. But unfortunately, you know, oh, somebody ran into me. Unfortunately, one of those costs an insane amount of money. We need to get over here and get some gas. One of those costs an insane amount of money, and nobody is investing into some dude who has zero trucking experience and giving them one of those. So it's the same thing for every industry at this point. I'm too old to break in and be given the things that I need to make it worth it for me to go into that industry. So, you know, I'm at a point now where I'm not willing to start over at the very, very bottom anymore. And that's making it very difficult to find anything, because I'm not willing to put up with the things that you have to put up with when you're at the very, very bottom. All right, $1,000 in fuel. But we now have 1,500 miles worth of fuel now. That's good. Just gotta wait for these guys to get out of my way so I can get back on the road. Oh, good. Glad he needed fuel. Sorry, dude. Right. Get ourselves back on some cruise control here. So, I mean, and, you know, you have to understand, people have to understand that, you know, trucking is not a sightseeing tour. You're out there to make money. And I'm perfectly fine with that for a while, but I wouldn't want to do it for I wouldn't want to do it for like 10 or 15, 20 years, something like that. Especially, you know, I'm over 40 now. That would be that would be most of the rest of the enjoyable years of my life that I have. So, you know, I've been really hoping to try to find some kind of truly remote job that I can do. I mean, I'd love to find something that is, you know, freelance, and I can just, you know, provide a service that people need. I just haven't figured out what that could be, and I don't know how to do marketing, and I don't have the money to pay somebody to do the marketing for me. So it's just one of those things where none of the things that I need to line up ever seem to line up, and I don't know how to. I don't have the business knowledge to figure that out myself. That's why I'm here doing YouTube, because at least I know how to record videos and put them on the internet. You know, I'm kind of hoping that this... Whoa, what are we doing? I'm kind of hoping that, you know, this channel becomes the thing that allows us to, you know, break the bonds of the daily... of the day job, or the what's it called? The grindy jobs that most of us have to do. But, you know, only time will tell with that. Keep trying to figure out ways to find jobs that'll let us move around at the very least. And I know one of the cool jobs that I'd love to do would be to do crop dusting. I do have my private pilot certificate, and I was working on my instrument rating, but I ended up having to give it up because of personal reasons. You know, I know I say this all the time, but every time I start getting somewhere, something comes along in my life and forces me to abandon it, and it's super frustrating. And it's usually because I have to make a choice between two very important things, and then I end up choosing the thing that, you know, takes away from my dreams, because it makes me feel selfish to be like, nope, I'm going to do this thing because I want to do it. Like, it's hard for me to be like that. When it comes to important stuff, like everyday living stuff, I don't care. But when it comes to like super important things, I always end up making the self-sacrificing decision, because, you know, that's the right thing to do. Usually it's the right thing to do. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that I really want to figure out a way to start making that remote income. And the only way that's going to happen is if I can figure out something of value to provide to the world that people are willing to pay me for. And, you know, I've tried over the years to think of various different entrepreneurial things that I can do, but I'm just not that creative. You know, I struggle with coming up with... I don't struggle with coming up for ideas of cool things. I struggle with coming up with ideas for cool things that I could actually market and make and, you know, monetize. I mean, obviously, playing video games is an awesome thing, but most people can't monetize that. You know, maybe this channel will grow to the point where it monetizes me enough that I'm able to live off of it. That would be amazing. And then, you know, RV living is not really that expensive to do if you do it the right way. You know, you could travel the country on 40 grand a year, assuming, you know, you're making smart decisions about how you have your things set up, where you're staying. You know, if you can avoid RV parks as much as possible, you know, you can really cut down on your cost of travel. But, you know, it requires you still have to have that money available. And if you're like me and you've never really been able to set a lot of money aside for savings, then you need income that's mobile. And despite what people are trying to say about this modern economy that we have, not really that the money, the income options are not really there for people who need a mobile situation. Most of the time, even if you can get a remote job, they still require you to be local for whatever various reasons they decide they want you to be local. So, you know, it's just The kinds of opportunities that are available for specifically what I need are few and far between, and competition is extremely high for those. So the odds of me being able to get in on that without having some kind of an edge, say I know somebody in the company, is very, very small. And that's been borne out by the fact that I've been through I've applied to, over 1,000 jobs at least over the course of the last couple of years and got one interview. Yeah, that's the job market we're in. Now, yeah, I realize that, I'm focusing myself on a highly competitive area of the market because I'm really trying to push myself in a direction that's going to allow me to, live the kind of life I want to live. That makes it much harder to find something when you're limiting yourself that way. But at the same time, it kind of proves, my experience kind of proves the point that this remote revolution that everybody was, getting all excited about is not really that much of a thing, especially when you hear these bigger businesses, going out of their way to be like, nope, you're coming back to the office now. Like, okay, well, that escalated quickly. I don't know. So it looks like we're pretty much here at this point. We need to get ourselves turned down this road. I'm going to give myself a little bit of turning room here so that, at least we can try to stay off the curb. Try not to hit this car. Get ourselves over to this lot, get ourselves backed into the space, and then, oh yeah, speaking of recruitment agencies, I did look into buying a new truck, but I need to upgrade my garage first, and we don't quite have the money for that. So we need another $100,000 or so before I'm going to be comfortable trying to upgrade the garage. So make sure we have plenty of money for truck upgrades as we continue. And then after that, we still need to buy a truck and then start upgrading it. So it's gonna be a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit before we have a second truck in our fleet, which is fine. There's no rush. As long as you guys are watching, I'm fine. Just kind of slowly plodding along and dragging this series out as long as we can. All that matters is that you guys are having fun and, contributing to the channel with your watch time. That's all I'm really worried about. Okay, We're gonna have to do some extended backing here. We gotta get the trailer swung around. Nope. Really kind of hoping to be able to just do a straight in, or a not blind backing like this, but it is what it is. Get this turned in just like that. Oh, come on. Oh well. I thought we were going to be far enough forward for it, but I guess not. There we go. All right. Well, hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button so that the YouTube algorithm knows you did and sends the video out to as many viewers as possible. The more people we get along for these rides, the more fun they're going to be because we can talk about it in the comments section and just, have a good time about it. If you're not subscribed, consider doing so now so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your video feed and you will be able to see it as soon as it becomes available. Channel members do get early access to all of my content, so be sure to click that join button to check out the list of perks that will become available should you choose to support the channel and decide if any of those are right for you. Again, thank you very much for your time. Hope you enjoyed the ride, and I'll see you for the next one.